Hey, Life Church. As you know, I coach youth sports quite often, and in fact, I've got basketball season coming up this month. Something I try to emphasize to my children and kids that I coach is the way that you act, the things that you do. Somebody's always watching you. You really have to know the Bible. You have to have an understanding of right and wrong. That ethical side of you, what you learn from the Bible, is so important. When I'm out there coaching these children and I'm talking to them, I'm trying to let them understand that, hey, you know what? You're important. That there's evil all around us. There's things happening to you every day. You have to react in a way that's positive. You have to keep your focus on what's right. I think so many children today are just lacking having God in their lives. They never picked up a Bible. The stories are unfamiliar to them. When we get out there as Christians, we have to make sure that we're spreading the good news, explaining to them why it's so important to have an understanding. Then they can go home and ask their mom and dad questions and let their mom and dad go and look it up. I read somewhere that Tim Tebow had Philippians 4:13 on his eye paint when he played football, and I remember that. It was something that he did all the time, and he had over 20,000 people look up that verse during a football game. People were watching him when he's doing his T-bone on the field. People were watching him everywhere he goes, what he says, his speeches. And he's using that as a platform. We all have a platform. We see somebody on a bench. We see someone in line at the airport. We see someone at the grocery store. Someone makes a comment that we hear. We can all pitch in. We can all say something that inspires. I try to inspire when I'm coaching. That's my means. That's my way of feeling important, because I know I'm making a difference to somebody out there who needs to hear it. We as Christians, it's our job. It's something that we need to do. We need to make that a focus. People are always watching you, whether you're doing right or whether you're doing wrong. And honestly, right now, 5 seconds, that stuff probably posted on social media. What do you want people to see? How do you want people to think of you? At the end of the day, when our life expires, and we have no idea when that will be, are you going to be happy knowing that you've done everything you can do to help your fellow man, to bring them to God? Because God wants you to do that. God's asked us to do that. Our life is not just to sit around and be comfortable. As a matter of fact, you should be uncomfortable. You put yourself out there in uncomfortable situations on purpose. Because those uncomfortable situations are opportunities. And we all need to have opportunities. We've all been in a situation where we needed a friend. We needed someone to share gospel with us. We all are human. We all sin. We all suffer. So maybe today you can think, who can I help? Who can I be around to make a difference? And I'm not talking about necessarily the homeless man on the corner that's asking for money. It could be anything. It could be someone walking a dog. It could be out on a boat, seeing someone pass by, the opportunity if a car broke down. We need to get back into being social people that want to make a difference, not people on our cell phones, not people that are on the internet, not people watching all the television, and just keeping ourselves comfortable. I challenge you, be uncomfortable.